YouTubers, it's your girl Shannon from Tesla and Chill, and we are still in the middle of doing our 12 cool cars of Christmas countdown. I think you know by now, but that's basically where I choose 12 cars that I think are really cool and I share them with you. And today we are on car number 4. And you guys, I'm really excited to share this with you because it is an all-electric car. What? But it's not a Tesla. No, this is the Audi e-tron. And you guys, I really like this car. Now there are a few things that I want to change about this car, but there are a lot of things I really like about this car. So let's talk about that first. First starting point, we have to talk about the price. It starts just over $65,000. Range-wise, it'll get you 222 miles. It has a horsepower of 355, but I think I'm going to start saying it's got 355 ponies. I think saying ponies instead of horsepower kind of sounds cuter. But there are a lot of things I love about this car. I think it has so much to offer. I think first of all, when you look at it, like inside and outside, you just know like it's German craftsmanship. Like that is German engineering right there. But it's German engineering at its finest. I think you guys that this has like a really smooth ride. It's really comfortable. The leather seats are really soft. But when you get it out on the road, it has excellent handling. Like the response time is super quick. Even just the steering wheel alone just felt really comfortable. It was a good size. At least for my hands it was. It really felt like I was becoming one with the road when I was driving. So I really appreciated that. I think it was really easy to drive too. It had a great backup camera. But really, like when we were test driving it in Washington State, there were a lot of potholes and I was able to like zigzag all around those really easily. It was a really smooth ride. It wasn't super jerky, nothing like that. But let's continue to talk about things that I love because you guys, this car had, I keep calling it a car, but I guess it's more of an SUV. This SUV had 2 screens in it, which I think really worked for this SUV. I think it's kind of something that it like needed, if that makes sense. But what I also love, and this is something I almost wish Tesla was doing too, it had haptic feedback when you do your selectors. So that means the screen, you know, kind of like, I don't know, you'd feel it, if that makes sense. Like you'd feel when you're pushing the touch screen, like it would send a response to your finger. Does that make sense? Like a little vibration, I guess. Haptic feedback, you know what that is. I think this is really good. I think this is actually like a really cool safety thing because if you're driving down the road and you want to like make a selection and like, you know, you feel it, like you don't have to keep glancing down at it like sometimes I have to do with my Tesla. So I think that's really cool. I think that's a really good, again, safety feature, and it's just kind of like a fun little gimmick. Also, what I do love is the ambient lighting and how you can change the colors of it. I wish this was, again, something that Tesla had done. Really, is it a gimmick? I don't know, I'm a sucker for gimmicks, but I think that's just a fun little touch. I think you can kind of like personalize your car a little bit more that way too. But let's jump back out to the outside because this is something I want to talk about for a second. I also love the colors that it comes in, and I think it comes in like 10 colors you can choose from, but my favorite colors are like the brilliant black, the typhoon gray, the Catalunya red, the Antigua blue. We drove the Antigua blue, or at least that was the model that they had in the showroom, and it really like caught my eye. And typically when you see cars that are electric or hybrids, maybe like the Leaf, the Bolt, the Prius, whatever it may be, typically I feel like auto manufacturers choose like crazy colors because they want to like set themselves apart. Like their car already doesn't look different on the road. They have to choose a color that makes it stand out even more. Now Audi did this with the e-tron. Like these are colors that stand out, but they're actually really like nice colors. Like, I don't know, I feel like they look premium, they look rich. I feel like they kind of set themselves apart, but in a much better way than the other auto manufacturers do. So I do appreciate the color selections there. Typically we choose something like a little bit more neutral, like black. I feel like that's always a classic, but the Antigua blue really spoke to me. Maybe because I have blue eyes, I'm just drawn to it. That way, like my eyes pop if I take a picture next to my car. But I appreciate all the attention to detail that Audi put into this car. Okay, those are all the things I loved about the e-tron, but now we have to talk about things I don't like. And I keep catching myself because I keep calling it a car because it's the 12 cool car countdown, but it is still an SUV. So I do love all the room that it offered. It was super roomy, even opening up like the hatchback, the trunk area, you could fit a ton of stuff back there, and then the cabin, really nice and roomy. Okay, now on to the things that I didn't love about the e-tron. Now, I really didn't love the range. 222 miles, Like, that sounds pretty good, I feel like, but I feel like they could have done a whole lot better. Just for example, when we did our cross-country trip from Washington State to Washington, D.C., had we taken the same route, I don't think we really could have done that. We would have had to stop way more frequently, or even just rerouted our route like altogether, just because the range wouldn't have allowed us to get to our destination. So range definitely could be improved upon. Now, the other thing I don't love, or the other thing I wish the e-tron had, or that Audi had, was Tesla's supercharging infrastructure. I mean, you guys, Tesla's supercharging infrastructure is everywhere. It's really quick to charge there. Like, they're popping up like all over continuously. Like, they never stop building them, not just in America, but worldwide too. So I wish Audi had something a little bit more dedicated like that. Now, another thing I wish the e-tron had was Tesla's technology. As cool as the e-tron is, you guys, it really had like lane keep assist. It didn't have autopilot. Now, Tesla, I think they really are like the king of technology in the car industry right now. That's something I think Audi is like trying to work its way up to. So it's a good effort, but it's still nowhere near what Tesla is capable of. But again, good effort. So I think this made my list because basically I think it's a really, really solid first attempt that Audi made at doing an all-electric SUV. So I really, again, I like this car. I think it has so much to offer. That's why it made my list. Now, let me know what you think. Do you think this should be on the list or not? Drop me a comment below. As always, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And of course, drop us a like too. That's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.